All right, everybody. Well, I'm so excited today. We're going to talk really quickly to one of our featured speakers at the 2021 June Virtual Summit for DEO. We're going to feature Jodi Evans, Gary Vaynerchuk, Bob Fontana. And here today, we're going to talk to Jodi and hear a little bit about her background and a little bit about what we're going to talk about at the summit. So Jodi, welcome and thank you so much for participating.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here.
So let's let everyone watching know a little bit about your background, because I think you have a pretty incredible background. You were the former COO, probably many hats though, and at the end you were a COO of Community Dental Partners. So maybe you can tell us a little bit, when you started, what position you're at when you started, and kind of that journey you had at Community Dental Partners.
Sure. So I was really just lucky. My husband actually worked at Community Dental Partners first, and I just followed him to work one day brought him lunch, and I was like, this place is amazing, and I really want to work here. And so I got hired on for like $10 an hour to an assistant to the CMO at the time, and just fell in love with the vision and the culture in the company, and it was growing fast. And so within a couple of months, I was offered a job as a project manager. And then quickly progressed to a director over the call center. And so, having very little experience running something like that sophisticated and things, I had to very quickly figure out how to scale and grow teams. And so I started practicing some principles, and then was able to move to the CMO position. So within about a year and a half of being there, I became the CMO of the company. The previous one actually left and did some of their own things. Dental was really popping at the time, and they had some other opportunities. So, just out of honestly, Dr. Evans taking a chance on me, I was moved to the CMO position, and the time the government had come in and changed all the rules. And so had to learn a lot really quickly, and build some tools and frameworks to help me, because I wasn't an experienced, CMO. I didn't know how to do it, but it had to be done. So we figured that out. And then I think I served in the CMO for about 3 years, and then was moved to the COO position as well. We combined the two positions to create better alignment. And then I served in that position for 5 years.
Incredible. So many people in dental, as they're growing their multiple locations or growing their groups, are looking for operations experts and folks who kind of understand how to operate. And you're kind of this golden, person coming through it, starting out at $10 an hour and then working your way up. I mean, everyone, when they hear from folks like you, they're like, okay, how do I find that? So lucky to hear from you. And you're going to talk at the summit about, not only your journey, but how once you kind of started managing these teams at the call center, and then CMO and then COO, how you started looking at your teams and leveling them. So what was your journey like? I mean, what did you learn, or what was your journey like, starting to go from having no one underneath you to having people working with you on your team, to realizing that, okay, I actually have to start leveling this whole team up, since now?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I had been blessed a little. I'm going to call it a blessing, but I was super ADD in school. So I didn't have the complex of like, I've got to be the smartest person, because that just never had actually happened for me. And then, I ended up having like a sleeping disorder, and those two things, which was pretty severe. And so I had to really just play within my strengths. And that worked at first. Like I was, okay, I'm just going to play my strengths and things like that. But then there was a point where really I needed to actually deeply understand the strengths of my team and deeply appreciate that. And it was interesting because I found that, a lot of people aren't comfortable in their strengths. And so that was a big opportunity for me leveling up, is learning how to help people be seen and understood, and to gain their trust. That I wasn't trying to manipulate them because I'm trying to get something done, that I actually saw their strengths and who they were as a person, and could see their value in the organization. And so learning how to do that effectively, and was a big opportunity for me. And so I learned to systematize that and to create frameworks around that so that I could do that quickly. We were growing so fast, and yet I saw all these geniuses, is what I call them, around me, that didn't know it. Like nobody had ever told them that they could do it, similar to my situation, and yet they were totally capable. And so how did I get them to step into that, to show up? I tell them, to step into their light. How can I help you show up, and really do that in a way that they didn't necessarily have to trust me, that we could create some systems and things that it proved that they were brilliant at this, and that they should be in that position. you'll find people really are comfortable playing small. And when you ask them to play big, that's a huge trust. There's some trust that needs to be there, but also I believe there needs to be some frameworks there that protect them and give them that confidence to move forward with you.
Yeah, what I love about that is you not only come at things from very personal perspective where you're trying to really understand the human, but also you systems oriented. So like, okay, let's also build a system around this so that we're not reinventing the wheel. So it's really unique to have somebody like you who has both of those kind of, you can the head and the heart, like you can kind of work the head systems and then the heart, the personal. So you're going to go over in your talk in June, you're going to go over very specific frameworks, very specific some of the tactics. I know some of the methodologies you use to shortcut this and really make it much quicker, and you're going to share some of those. So anything else about what you give people a little bit preview about what you might talk about coming up here?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm actually going to give away this amazing, I call it the alignment triangle assessment, just because I think it's going to help people so quickly, like understand where they're at. Are they in chaos? Are they in growth? Are they in stability? And all of them have positives and all of them have some opportunities in them. And so I'm excited to introduce that, as well as helping people understand, like, what's the conversation I have today that takes 5 minutes that I can have with my team that can help get us on this place of leveling up and helping them get that bigger vision and get that in. I call it like intense engagement, right? How do we get people to do that?
Yeah, I always think like, how do we get our team kind of thinking about our, the work when they don't have to, basically, how do we make it so personal to them and they're so excited about what's going on that they're thinking about it in other times. So, so Jodi, we're super excited. We can't wait. Tune in to the June Summit, Virtual Summit, the beginning of June. Come see Jodi, where we're she's like, I think there's some actual things you're going to give away to help people, some tools and exercises you're going to give as
Absolutely.
well. And how many employees, Jodi, did you have when you were kind of finishing up there?
Around 500.
Yeah, so you were COO managing over, helping manage over 500 employees. So you know how to scale these systems. So thanks so much, and we'll see you shortly here. We're excited.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.